Right then folks, here we are on the midnight walk and talk in the park. Well, it's a bit drier. We did have a lot of rain early in the morning, but then it's been pretty dry ever since, so not too bad. A lot of the areas where there's puddles like here, you can still see a bit of dampness down there, but it's pretty much dissipated. That's a good word, isn't it? Dissipated. See, I know some big words. Anyway, yes, so gym. Oh, that was bloody hard again. I imagine I'll be aching a lot tomorrow. Well, to be honest, I was aching already after the last session. Well, as I said before, you go upstairs first and downstairs, then the chest has to work a lot harder because you've already knackered the stabiliser muscles. So the chest has to do more because your stabilisers aren't quite there. So, your upper back, your rear shoulders, all that sort of stuff. And your shoulders in general. If you've worked shoulders before, which I did upstairs, then, your chest has to do more because those areas are knackered. So it's like, cool, okay. And I made sure I pushed it as well downstairs. First thing I did was the 27.5k dumbbells for chest. That was a slightly raised bench. And it took me, I think, 3 attempts to even lift the weights even near position. So it's like, right, okay. Got them there. Did 8 reps to start with. Then I said, right, do another few sets. Next 2 sets, I did what Eddie Hall does. Yeah, it was, I said before, with the, say, for example, you put your right arm up, hold the weight up, do 4 presses with the left, leave the left up, 4 presses with the right, hold that up, 4 presses with the left, hold that up, then 4 presses with the right. Oh, jeez. Knackering. Oh, that was hard work, but good. It was good, yeah. But I say the forearms just to get the weight in position. Plus, I tried one to build the forearms that I'd noticed on Athlete X, one of his videos. And yeah, that was an interesting one. That's one I've got to do more of. Definitely, I've got to do more of that. Because that's going to be good. But yeah, I've got to work out what I'm going to do. Really, I've got to improve upon certain areas. And so I'll do that. But yeah, I didn't do as much downstairs. I did a bit of arms, but not a lot because I had already knackered the forearms. So with biceps, forearms already gone. By the time I started getting anywhere near biceps, there wasn't a lot I could do. Tried the curl bar. But again, you put any weight in it at all, and your forearms just can't shift it because you knackered the forearms already. So what I was doing the other day, I couldn't do today. I was like, no worries. No worries at all. Next time I do it. That's fine. Yeah. And that's cool, that's the way it is, isn't it? If you can't do it today, you do it next time. So that's cool. Yeah. I watched the football when I got back, Man United Chelsea game. Wish I hadn't really. Yeah. I've done a video on that, but I'll talk about it a bit here as well. I might not even bother with the other video I've done. Well, basically, both teams were setting up just to make sure the other team wouldn't score. You had, again, the same midfield 3, as well as Bruno. You had Mata, McTominay and Fred again. So, oh my God, really? Terrible. A terrible threesome that really United should have got rid of, really. I mean, keep McTominay if you have to, because maybe he's counted as a homegrown player, in which case keep him. Maybe you can train him to be a defensive midfielder. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. Yeah, it's possible. But we've got 3 midfield centres that are not great at attacking, not great at defending. What are they great at? Standing in midfield. Really, looking busy there, I suppose. But the problem is you need to play 2 midfield centres, Fred and McTominay, with a Mata as well. The reason why we've got to play Mata, I suppose, we need someone on the right. And that's because Ed Woodward didn't bring Sancho in, did he? So that wasn't impressive. But hey ho, that's what that is. You right, Mollie Collie? You right, Bubba girl? One man with Mollie Collie, eh? You look a bit nervous. You okay, bub? Go on, on you go. Don't worry, Mollie Collie. On you go, bubs. Go on, Mollie. It's just Amber. If there's someone there, we'll deal with it. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Bubba. But yeah, I mean, as I said in the other video, the problem is you just don't know what's been said. Yeah, because the commentators were saying Bruno's on the right now when Mata came off as a sub. So Bruno got on the right. Problem is it looked like nobody had actually bothered to tell Bruno that, because he was wherever the ball was, really. Yeah, the ball was over the left, he ran over to the left. So if Pogba wanted to pass the ball to someone on the right, there was no one there. There was Wan-Bissaka, but Wan-Bissaka is not exactly a right winger, we know that. He's pretty useless at going forward. We had Tellez, who played the other day and played well. And yet today, who was the fullback on the left? Shaw. And what's Shaw good at? I've no idea. That was a question. I don't know what Shaw's good at. I really don't know. I mean, he's slightly better at defending than Tellez, but Tellez is far better going forward. Shaw, when Shaw first came to United, we all expected him to be this fantastic, rewarding, attacking fullback that could defend as well. So it's like, wow, we've got this wonderful player from Southampton. Just didn't work, did it? Didn't happen. I mean, he got injured badly, and it's quite likely after that injury he just changed as a player. Well, plus he then played under Jose, and Jose basically said no risks. And of course, what was Ollie saying today? No risks. Anyone got the ball? Anyone looking for a forward run? No, can't do that. No. Play it safe. Nothing risky. Don't try and do anything that could be dangerous in any way, shape or form. Just keep it sensible, keep it safe. Mollie's going through the puddle. Have a swim, Mollie. You're washing your feet. Okay, Bubba, go. You wash your feet, Bubba. Oh dear. Well, as I said, as I've said before, no. It looks as if Ollie isn't the man. Not in any way, shape or form. That's where it looks. That Ollie is not the man. However, it's possible that he's making changes at the club. Changes that could see things improve immensely. That's possible, right? Well, because we saw it with Fergie. Fergie came in, it looked very much for a couple of years as if nothing was really happening. Things weren't moving forwards. And the fans were thinking that Fergie was going to get sacked, weren't they? Money, shift us. But he wasn't. And then things started to click. Now, maybe things can click. Maybe things will suddenly start to work out for United. Maybe for Ollie. Maybe he's making the changes that are going to see that happen. The problem is we've got a very inexperienced manager, some very inexperienced coaches. We've got a coach that basically left football, didn't want to come back as in feeling. He didn't want to come back into football. Yet he came back as a favour to the club to help the transition with Ollie. Because Ollie was only supposed to be there for a very, very short time until the summer when United appointed a full-time boss. Right? Wasn't going to be Ollie, wasn't going to be Phelan. Phelan and Ollie were supposed to leave that summer. Phelan doesn't want to be there. He left football. He went into some sort of teaching thing. Still teaching football, but teaching coaching. And he went to do that. Because, of course, he coached, with Alex. Sir Alex Ferguson. So, therefore, he's in demand for teaching jobs. And that sort of teaching, coaching, that sort of stuff, But he didn't want to come back to the hustle and bustle of a massive club. Certainly a club that's struggling. Why would you want to come back to that? But there you go. As I say, it is what it is, isn't it? You just got to get on with it. The situation is what it is. This is why I don't think that they're going to be able to turn it around. You've got Carrick and McKenna that are very inexperienced coaches. Do they have anywhere near the knowledge or experience to be able to turn this around? Nope. You've got Phelan who does have the knowledge, but he doesn't have the desire. Really, so him? Nope. And then you've got Ollie, who really, at the end of the game today, it was an awful game. And yet he's walked off really, really happy, as if he got the ideal result. 0-0. Both teams trying not to concede. Neither team conceding. Wow. Fantastic. That's the way forward, isn't it? Yeah, for Man United. This is a club that's supposed to be entertaining to its fans. And he left with the look as if he was absolutely overjoyed with it. How on earth are you overjoyed with that? That's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. The performance was poor, to say the least. You're looking as if it was fantastic. Clueless, really. He looks clueless. He really does. But again, Donny van der Beek. How on earth has this man not started a game yet? How on earth? Pogba had COVID-19 at the start of the season, about a week before the season started. And yet, Ollie started him in the first 3 games. Then dropped him because it was obvious his fitness wasn't right. Now, of course, now his fitness is back, he's still not picking Pogba. Because he dropped him. And he put Fred and McTom and Mata in. But of course, it seemed to work. 2 wins. But 2 wins against 2 teams that were massively underperforming. Newcastle had started brilliantly well, really. They started good. They gave us a tough game last season. They beat us. Right, they're a good team. I mean, they're a team that certainly are better than the way they played in that game. And then PSG. Neymar, the 3rd best player in the world. And then you've got Mbappe, the best young player in the world. Did they play like it? No. United were lucky, to say the least, to win those matches. Very, very lucky. That's the reality. And yet people were thinking that, that was the way United should be playing. And because they've won 2 matches. So what? A clock that has stopped is right twice a day. Does it mean it should be left like that? No. Because you want it to be right all the time, didn't you, really? Anyway, let's get these started in the car. Right, you wait there, Bubs. Wait, in the car. Move now. Come on, in the car. Lucy. In the car, go on. Let's do your collar. Do your colour, mate. This you come. Do your colour, babes. Come on, Chewie, here. We can't have a blue and white collar, can we? It'd be like I've got the police in the back of my car. Or a police car in the back of my car. Mollie, come. Don't need a pink light either, I'm not even sure what that would say. There you go. Right, you lay down, be good. Well, as I say, with regards to football, yeah. Well, yeah. Anyone who really thinks that PSG were playing well and that we played well because we beat them, you've got to be a moron to be thinking that. Really, you do. You know, too many of these fans, yeah, they're silly. Yeah, 2-1 win over PSG. We scored 3 goals, they didn't score any. This is PSG, one of the best attacking teams in Europe. They didn't score a goal. Right? They were massively underperforming. It doesn't say an awful lot about us at all. It was quite likely a fluke of a game. Well, let's not put too much on that and say that, you know, we were brilliant because we had a fluke of a game. Today really was the level of Man United. Yeah, the management decisions to play McTominay and Fred. I mean, Fred, oh, jeez. When the commentator's saying, and here's Fred, straight away, heart sinks. Because, you know, if he shoots, the ball's going way over. If he's playing a long pass, it's going to go to the opposition. And you're thinking, does this man even practice? Does he practice shooting? Clearly not. Does he practice long passing? Obviously he doesn't. How not? You're a professional footballer, for goodness sake. You're Brazilian. How are you not better at that side of the game? I mean, you might not be a forward, but for goodness sake, you have 20 shots, none of which are actually on target. That is awful. That goal is massive. Compared to the size of the ball, that goal is massive. How can you not have it on target? In 1 in 20. Jesus, mate. You expect to get paid a decent wage for that? You can only pass the ball 5 yards with any sort of reliability. Again, come on. You're supposed to be a professional footballer and that's the best you can do? That's awful. But that's it. As soon as the commentators are saying that, you know, here's Fred. Oh no, not Fred. Yeah, so it always used to be, you know, when the defenders or anyone else went forward at a corner or something, the ball came to them and they shot. It's like, why did you do that? Honestly, the ball went way over. You're in a position where you're in the other team's penalty area and you shoot wildly because you get overexcited, you've got the ball in the penalty area and you get overexcited. Yeah, it's like you're with your first girl in your first sexual experience and you last 2 seconds. Yeah, really helpful. I bet you'd rather do that again, but do it properly, wouldn't you? Yeah. But then don't shoot. Get the ball to someone who is reliable in that way. Stop trying to prove yourself. You've got nothing to prove, have you, really? That's the reality of the situation, that you've got nothing to prove. So stop trying to prove how good you are when you're not. Focus on your job. I mean, even the coaches. You know, if you're playing Fred McTominay, you've got to get coaches in who can coach them to do better. If your coaches are so poor, well then you've got to get players in who are brilliant at their positions. You know, Cavani looked good. He was making the runs that you would expect a forward, a striker, to make. Yeah, he's lost a lot of pace, obviously. He's 33 years of age. So he's not a spring chicken anymore. But he was still making intelligent runs. He nearly got a goal with his first touch. It was a good run. Good bit of movement. It's something you don't get out of Rashford, Martial or even Greenwood. Now hopefully they will learn from him. They will see the runs he's making and they will try and copy that. Hopefully that will be the case. We'll find out. Time will tell. He'll be with us for a season, so hopefully he stays fit. Well, at least a season. Hopefully he stays fit and they can learn from him. Yeah. Absolutely. But then again, the manager of Man United was a Cavani himself, really. Yeah. And that much from him, have they really? I mean, you remember when Ollie first started and Rashford was on form? Oh, Rashford learned so much from Ollie already. Oh, Ollie's teaching him. Brilliant. Yeah, you see Ollie's influence on Rashford. Well, where is it now? Where's it been? Since then, where's that influence been? Where's that teaching been? There wasn't any teaching. That was stupid. Not at all. No teaching whatsoever. There you go. Rant over with. Always is the case after a match. I mean, I don't care whether we win. If we're winning and we play badly, you're still going to get a rant. So, there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.